Tempestus Aquilons are elite airborne Tempestus scions trained for high-risk Grav-Chute insertions behind enemy lines. Armed with hotshot lasguns, melta carbines, and plasma carbines, they strike with precision and aggression. Their unique gear allows them to fire mid-drop and switch to back-mounted power packs on landing, making them deadly shock troops in Warhammer 40k battles. Hello my friends, my name is Max, and today we are going to build an Aquilon gunner from Tempestus Aquilon kill team. This lad. As always, by the end of this video, we will answer 3 simple questions. Does this mini look cool when assembled? Is it fun and easy to build it? And how does it look next to other minis? This spell can be built either as a gunner or a trooper. Trooper is a little bit boring, so we're gonna go with a gunner. The blue instructions are the ones that we're gonna follow. It's actually not a lot of them, because the assembly is the same for both flavors, as we can see over here. And the only choice that we can make here is either to take a plasma carbine or a melta carbine. And we're gonna go with the melta, even though I like plasma and I choose plasma whenever I can. This time I think melta is the thing to go. Let's go ahead and start with the torso, beats 65 and 66. These are my beats for the torso. They should be assembled together like this, and I'm going to glue them. And this is my torso so far. Now we need to add legs. Let's start with the right one, 68. This is the right leg, 68, and it's a bit funny because we're gonna have to assemble it at a seemingly weird angle. It should be like this. And the angle is weird is because he is running. It will all make sense when we put him on the base. And this is our pal with a leg. Now we need the left one, 67. This is the left leg. Let's see how it should be attached. It should be along these lines. And you already can see that it all makes sense now. He is going forward and half rotating his torso. And I'm going to glue it too. And this is our pal with both of his legs assembled. Now we need to find this pipe 69. This is a power cable of some sort. This is our cable 69. By now it starts to feel like this is a jump pack control of some sort, but I'm not entirely sure. If you guys know, let me know in the comment section below. Let's see how it should be assembled. It should be sitting in this hole over here. It should be assembled like this. Here we go. This is the pipe, goes to the backpack, and I am going to glue it at this hole. This is our pipe in place. They recommend to put him on a base now, and we use 28mm base. Don't mix it up with other bases if you're building this from Hive Storm box. I myself prefer to put the mini on the base when I'm done with it, so I can see where it should be, to the back or to the front or whatnot. So we will skip this step, and we will go directly to the hands with the weapon. Let's start with our melta carbine 49. The only thing that I really dislike about melta carbines is that I have to drill holes in them, in the barrels. Luckily for me, the barrel is wide enough to make a decent hole here, unlike some Eldari weapons, and that is a good part about this one. So now we have 2 hands to hold this melta carbine, and we need hands 46 and 47. Let's start with the hands 46. Should be holding the plasma carbine somewhere here. As always, there is a flimsy lock over here in this position. This lock is fairly flimsy. I'm gonna give it a little bit of rest. Now to the hand 47. The hand 47 is even smaller. Let's see how it should be attached. So it should be like this. As you can see, there is also kind of lock-looking thing over here. And these are my hands holding the melta carbine. I will give them some rest, and in the meanwhile, we'll start building the jump pack number 3. The jump pack is made out of 2 bits, and they should be assembled like this, looking very, very cool. I'm going to glue them. This is our jump pack. Looking very nice. The hands should be glued now. Let's see how they should be sitting on the torso. Should be along these lines. You can define the angle here a little bit. So I strongly suspect that he is striding forward and preparing to shoot his melter carabine, so I will keep it like this. Note that this bit might require partial assembly, because these arms and the gun prevent you from painting his chest. Just keep this in mind. Let's see how the backpack should be attached. Should be over here like this. Going to glue it. Here we go, this is our pal with the backpack and the weapon. Now we need a head. I will take heads 120. I think the helmets of these pals look really, really cool. And it should be sitting over here, somewhat like this. He is going to look at his left, and I'm going to glue it. This is gonna be my position of the head and the gun, as if he is shooting to his left, looking very, very cool. That would probably be the end of it. We would need to put him on the base. However, there are still some instructions over here to add additional things, like grenades and a dagger. So let's do just that. This is our tiny looking dagger. Looks very, very small. And they place it normally on the right leg over here. So in our case, it should be sitting somewhat like this, I believe. Maybe even like this over here, because there are 2 straps here, which might make sense to attach the dagger to. Okay, let's try to put it on these straps. So this is my dagger. As you can see, it was a little bit challenging to place it here. However, I think this is the perfect position for it, and that is where I'm gonna leave it. They also suggest we add some grenades to his belt. I have some really tiny grenades over here. I wonder if we can place them here on this surface. I think this is a fairly okay position for them, because other option would be to place it here under his belt, or even over here. Actually, you know what? I like it over here. I think I'm gonna put it on this side. And I think my grenades now are in perfect place. Looking very, very cool. Let's drop him on a base now. This pal has a very dynamic pose. That is why I had to put him like this. He is slightly tilted forward, so his head is not in the middle of the base. However, I think this is a fairly okay position, because the bulk of the miniature is roughly projected on the center of the base, like this. And that is our mini, my friends. It took me roughly half an hour to assemble it. I will give it 5 service calls out of 5 for the sheer fun of building it, and I will give it 5 out of 5 for its ease of assembly. This mini is fairly easy to build, and these grenades and dagger that gave me the most trouble are totally optional. You don't have to put them on the miniature. This mini might require partial assembly, especially because of these hands and the melter carabine covering some parts of his body. Keep this in mind when you build this lad. And let's take a look how this mini compares next to some other miniatures. This is how this pal looks next to Aquilon Grenadier that we have built last time. You can see that these minis look very much alike. They have a lot of stuff in common, and they look really cool together. I really like the design of these Tempestus Aquilons minis. They look incredibly cool in my opinion. This is how our mini compares to a Vindicator assassin that we have built last time. These unmodified humans look slightly different, so you can see that the Vindicator is a bit more slender. I don't know why is that. So this guy on the left has a little bit more of the bulk. However, they gonna look very nice together in one army if you are using them this way. And of course, next to a Space Marine, that Tempestus Aquilon looks really tiny, especially if the Space Marine is a Terminator and he is standing on a tactical rock, like this custom-made chaplain that we have built recently. It is actually quite amazing how larger the Terminator Space Marines are. Must be terrifying on the battlefields. And that's a wrap for today, my friends. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It will help you to catch more content like this and support me in growing the channel. Share your thoughts on this mini in the comments below. I'm working to make my videos more helpful and I need your inputs. Check the description of this video for a Google form link and share what's your biggest struggle when building Warhammer minis. Make sure to check the video that you see now on your screen. Thanks for watching and I will see you next time.